切り裂こう光赤く
アンダーナイトインバース2
Alright, I think we're ready to start. Hello and welcome everyone to Awakening the Abyss 53rd Clause. I'm your host Zephirius. I'm joined by Broken on commentary again.
Hello everybody.
Today we have a, well, decently sized bracket. There aren't many of the previous champions in it, so Hirashino will definitely be the man to beat again. Or was also the previous winner, has continued. I think it was the 6th win in a row. So let's switch to the bracket screen. There it is. Processing check-in results. Everyone is checked in. And we can start the tournament. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Okay, first on stream. We have Reddraegon against Gefti, and then actually both of these matches are interesting. JebacSlaga, TryToComplete, and Vars and Quadrachik. I think that's how you pronounce that.
That may be the case, yes.
Which of those two matches would you rather see? The second or the third of round 1?
I think we will get the chance to see Quadrachik later, if they're good enough. But for now, let's keep them away from the stream so that we don't put extra pressure on them. Let's look at the JebacSlaga against TryToComplete match. It looks very nice.
Alright, then we'll go with that. Of winners round 2, we'll have Nizzy against Rina on stream. And then probably the match of Lab against whoever wins between Mars and Quadrachik.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's set up the room and everything. I'll type out the keyword stuff on Discord in just a moment.
Yeah, this bracket is kind of good. Unfortunately, we don't have a clear challenger for the first place spot, but the second place is so contested. Doruk has been on a great run so far, had a second place in this week's Hard Edge Monthly, beating crazy, having crazy upsets against the captain, LW0, getting the game off of Hira himself. That's kind of crazy. Lab had a good enough performance at the versus fighting. That was 2 weeks ago, right? Or was it already a month ago?
Which one? Was 2 weeks ago?
Versus fighting.
Versus fighting was... I only just checked it. It was on the 20th.
Yeah, so...
No, not on the 20th.
It was 2 weeks ago, right?
That, so it was 2 weeks ago, yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
So,
Sneak
yeah,
didn't make the top 8, just barely.
What a fraud, man! I was so on his back after that for like a week straight, man. The same on that, man, to not get into top 8 for the second year in a row, man. SMH my head. Well, whatever. Sneak is not participating, so I cannot slander his name that much today. Let's talk about the people who are actually present. Nizzy and Rina are definitely on a similar skill level right now, I feel like. Nizzy has been not as successful in improving himself. Nizzy herself, yeah. Compared to Rina, because Rina has way less experience, but already has a very nice game, I would say. So that's a nice matchup to see whether the experience or talent, quote unquote, will be the clutch factor in this game, because both of these players are like so close. I'm very curious to see their game. The less fortunate guys that have to play in the first round that aren't as proven yet. JebacSlaga feels very, very powerful already. Yeah. Oh, I had issues. I had a bit of issues
and
with
the match started. I'll set up a Discord stream for you. Give me a moment.
Yes, thanks. I was having some issues with the Under Night game because Cyclone Zero is always there. The Discord server is failing.
No, I accidentally streamed it on the Under Night server. There you go. Now you have it.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Gefti, somebody I haven't seen yet, so we'll have a lot of different points to figure out for the first time. Reddraegon has more experience in the brackets, but hasn't had many performances, notable performances yet. But this time, Reddraegon is obviously the favorite to win, since Gefti has very little experience, as I see, but gets a bit lucky and knows how to confirm a stray hit. So props to that, Gefti. Very solid first round, but Dragon wins the first neutral interaction of the second round. Gets parried though. Oh, Gefti, a bit too sneaky. Tried to do the EX command grab right after the reversal and gets punished for all of it. That was an unfortunate situation with Lin AFF because it doesn't have enough invincibility frames, but DP is out to get this round still. The last round of the first game is just as scrambly as the first round. Holy. All these interactions are so random. These guys are swinging at the fences at every opportunity. Wow. they just cannot let each other.
Yeah.
They just cannot let each other win. That's crazy.
Oh. Hit Lin out of the air. DP and to parry. Okay, we're getting parried again.
What is this? What are these interactions? Reddraegon hit the armor of Gefti's 4C, 6C, I forgot which one is the armored attack, but still cancels it into the DP, which is insane. Gefti with the first game on the board. Wow.
Reddraegon lost the 4C's game. Did not get out.
Yeah.
Oh, had a chance there to escape. Okay, gets out anyway. Gefti left a second opening. Combo drop. Has to block a little bit. Kuga gets punished, kinda. But we just DP and get back to neutral. But these two are very DP happy.
Yeah, a bit too panicky for now, but that's very reasonable as they don't have enough experience to stay calm under pressure. But I see the immediate improvement on Gefti's side. He made some notes after the first game and let Reddraegon walk into his warm embrace a couple of times to win the first round of the second game, but still wants to not get on the back foot, still a bit too scared to block. Every second, like every other wake up interaction is either a parry or a mash. Like, so scared, but it has been working out for Gefti just fine so far, which is very interesting. Reddraegon really does not want to give up his his turn, yeah, and finally decides to try to punish Gefti for mashing at every opportunity, but the moment Gefti gets 100 meter, he gets to his trusted EXDP, EX parry, I'm sorry, and tries to win every single interaction. Wow. Armored move after armored move. Gefti really does not want to lose any interaction. Unfortunately, gets grabbed out of his parry for the one final time Reddraegon needs for that 1-1 score. Last game, man. That's been a scary match so far. Increase 5C, gets Reddraegon jumping out. Oh, rolled out into an overhead, man. The knowledge checks of Reddraegon are so scary right now, especially since Gefti has very little experience in the game itself. So Reddraegon finally decides that he's the better player and he will let Gefti make their own mistakes to win more dominantly than any other round so far. To get this match point, just run up, grab, because the parry is something Gefti has shown a bit too much. Armor, doesn't allow to win the interaction, and another parry is getting grabbed. Reddraegon figured out Gefti's playstyle, unfortunately, and confirms into a EX ender to get the most damage and the best situation. DPs and EX Air Kuga
for the
turns
extra hit stun into a combo for the win.
Yes. It turns Gefti's armor against him. Gefti, a bit too eager to press those armored buttons, gets punished for them in the last game and loses the first match of the day. Great, honestly, match. Very promising from Gefti, but Reddraegon, that was very great in terms of improvement, in terms of adaptation to the opponent's game plan. Now we'll have JebacSlaga against TryToComplete.
Yes.
TryToComplete has played a lot of times in the beachside beatdown, the beginner brackets, the weekly beginner brackets. Rina organizes every Wednesday. So if you're curious about Uni, you can sign up for those because you'll get like a lot of people to play against. It's one of the best places to start off the game.
I think the players are waiting for you to join the room. I'll give them...
Yes, I'm struggling. My internet connection doesn't like Uni today for some reason.
Luckily we have Discord.
Yes, I was lucky enough to finally get in here, but that is a bit too late. I have to keep watching the Discord stream for now. JebacSlaga has been one of the more promising newcomers to the scene so far, winning either the first or the second iteration of Beachside Beatdown and the monthly Hard Dash beginner bracket, which is pretty good so far. I've played them in ranked a couple of times, and a lot of games were very close. JebacSlaga is already pretty used to the Batista game plan, which brings me to have a lot of confidence in Jebac's level of play already. TryToComplete doesn't have nearly as much experience, so JebacSlaga just decides to keep their distance away and zone as much as possible to show that first layer of the matchup. Wins in a very concerning fashion.
What do you mean by concerning?
Concerning as into TryToComplete had absolutely no way of getting in. So far,
but concerning is more like
concerning for TryToComplete because obviously if you're losing in such a hopeless fashion your first round, a lot of times the new players, the newcomers, will have this
loss of morale.
Affect them a little too much, right? I've seen people give up in the middle of a set just because they couldn't figure out the opponent's playstyle or how to counter it, so that's what I mean by concerning. But TryToComplete so far tries his best, had a lot more success in
the force function.
Yeah, had a lot more success in getting in, and this second round was way closer. I think that if TryToComplete had like a lucky hit or like a good starter, that would be his win in that round. But unfortunately, JebacSlaga wins the first game. Needs only one more to proceed.
Not unfortunate for JebacSlaga, of course.
Yeah, not at all. JebacSlaga has no issues whatsoever. Just keeping the pressure up and not letting the opponent figure out what to do.
Oh, nice force function there. Escapes the disco ball setup.
Those invincibles for force function have been doing great work for TryToComplete. Unfortunately, JebacSlaga has an invincible reversal of them all of their own, so
TryToComplete
gets that
with
match.
Actually, both of these players. JebacSlaga isn't actually that new. The first tournament that JebacSlaga joined was for Under Night was Awakening the Abyss 40, which was early 2025. So all over a year ago. TryToComplete a little bit newer, but both of them have a long history in fighting games. Both of them are from Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Interestingly.
I see.
I'm pretty sure.
So
I'm pretty sure TryToComplete was a Zoe player, so dealing with set play and zoning stuff shouldn't be an issue in terms of fundamental fighting game knowledge.
It's a bit more complicated than that. You don't get used to dealing with that stuff if you're used to using it. Usually, sometimes a setup character main has even more issues with dealing with a different setup character than otherwise. That's something people are not used to when they're used to having that advantage in the matchup specifically. But that's just my observation. It depends on the character and I mean, no, it depends on the players, their mentality, their decisions regarding the improvement and all of that. Nizzy and Rina are already in the lobby, but I will just have this, a couple of last words about the JebacSlaga's performance. That was very convincing, and the knowledge checks towards the opponents were very nice. Nizzy has been working on a new character. We all know Nizzy as the Elton main, and Rina is in the same boat, literally. We've all known Rina for Izumi just as much as we knew Nizzy for Elton, but they both have those new pickups that are... I hope they enjoy playing them more, because I hate the characters that they played, so...
Kind of a gimmick there with Rina floating up to avoid the whip spin from Nizzy.
Yeah, Rina just said, you know what? I don't care.
Also interesting, last time Rina joined Awakening the Abyss, Rina also didn't play Izumi. Rina played Batista instead.
Yeah, Rina just is on her adventure to find the actual main.
Would you say it is a character crisis, or is it more exploration for the funsies?
Probably the latter, because Rina had probably like very few issues with the game so far, as I had the ability to talk with her about the game and all of that. But the reason that Rina started with Izumi is because Izumi is particularly easy to pick up, and what is that? They're both trolling. Wow. So yeah, Rina picked up Izumi to start the game. Has succeeded in that, and now trying to figure out what character she actually wants to play, which is commendable. I had no such experience yet. Nanase was the perfect fit, and I hope that this adventure doesn't take too long for both of our competitors, because I love seeing them their gameplay. Their playstyles are very fun to commentate, which is obvious by the way they're playing right now, but yeah, almost did the same thing. Rina finally gets an actual hit, but does not decide to confirm it in the complete conversion. Rina very eager to press that 6-3 invincible reversal.
The DP bait.
Yeah. But it's a bit too slow. You obviously would prefer having a flash kick to do the reversal things in on a Kuon, since
teleported right into it.
Yeah, since the up kick is a bit too slow, it's
Nizzy definitely looks more confident
than 10 frames
on
startup.
Phonon than Rina looks on Kuon. Easy. Oh, drops the combo. Just say that.
Ah.
He still gets the win.
Rina obviously preferring to have fun with the game over having good competitive results, which leads to the eventual loss. But I hope Rina was dying out of laughter playing this game, which is ultimately a better reward for playing it. As long as you have fun, it doesn't matter whether you lose or win.
Yeah, it
Am I
was
right?
definitely a very fun set. Alright, next match. Lab against Mars.
I'm very curious about this one specifically because Mars has been a pretty decent contender so far, and a lot of times he had the opportunity to get those nice wins. He was fighting for them with all he had. I don't particularly like his playstyle, but it's functional, I can say. He likes his high lows a lot. Not really keen on using that strike throw, which is the primary way of offense in Under Night. But it works. It works. He gets his wins. That's all that matters for him, I hope. Yeah, Lab is pretty. Lab is pretty solid herself. I enjoyed playing Lab back in the days when I played the ranked yet. The playstyle is very nice for Gordeau main specifically, because Gordeau has so many tools to open up the opponents. You can literally do whatever you want, and it just keeps working because you literally have no care in the world. Any minus frame doesn't really matter as long as you have this Grim Reaper.
Although, I mean, Grim Reaper is minus on block, right? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times when you play a Gordeau player against a Gordeau player, they are eager to do the Mortal Glide into a Grim Reaper as a quote-unquote frame trap, because you can do very little with that specific setup from the maximum distance of Mortal Glide. And Gordeau has a lot of little strengths like this, like his 3C being plus on block, like his 5B being 0 and turning into a constant strike throw mixed up, as long as he's in your face. Having the command grab gives a lot of situations sway in his favor. So as long as Lab gets in her bag, this matchup will turn into a literal bloodbath. Canceling J236A into J236C to win that interaction, not get hit by the EX EX thrust.
we also saw the Grim Reaper getting blocked and punished. Oh, nice chain shift into super.
Yes.
Doesn't kill yet. And Lab gets the mash out. Ah, baits out DPP on wake up, and this should be a kill.
Ooh, that's just enough. I thought Lab would use the IW to get that kill, to be sure. But it doesn't matter, as long as you have meter, you're in a good spot on Gordo. You have all that you need, honestly. Mars getting punished for that attempt at high-low mix-up that he loves so much in the first round.
It did work out very well in the second round.
Absolutely, yes. The moment you get just a bit mental stacked in Under Night, all of those overheads, all of those command grab mix-ups turn into something much scarier than they would be on layer 1. Trying to mash out there, Mars gets hit, and yes, that should kill, but Wolves to be proceeds to press a dragon punch. He tries to jump out, but the EX Rimuripa hits behind just as well as it hits in front. And Lab gets the first game. A bit too much range on the 6xc. Lab doesn't want to be in the corner, but she's not getting asked. Mars really breaks Lab for that attempt. And almost perfect just now that Lab gets a single hit on Mars. Is that enough to... Waits a bit, lets Mars think that it's his turn. Oof. That's EX force function. Oh, EX force function. The vocal trade of Gordo lets him have this force function way bigger than usual, but IOX just doesn't kill enough.
The rusty nail spam doesn't connect, and Mars finds a hit.
Unfortunate whiff from Lab.
Yeah, did get the IWEX, but still lost the round.
Yeah, this last situation is so heartbreaking. Mars had a great play with his walking around Street Fighter style. Had the Lab with all of the 3 hits that Gordo's JB and 2B do to get that round, and 6xc hits just early enough so that Lab doesn't get to get the rusty nail off. Punishes the back dash to get this first win of his own, and that's a 1-1 again. Wow.
Yeah, lots of close sets so far.
Yeah,
Grim
that's what I
Reaper
was talking
start.
about.
Oh, it doesn't get punished.
Initially.
He catches the back
Bit of a
dash,
short
but
conversion
no
from
combo
Lab,
it.
but it doesn't matter. As long as the opponent is in the corner, you are at the wheel. Oh, Mars trying to backdash in the corner to avoid a single hit, but he gets called out. And that's a near perfect for Lab. The last hit doesn't get there. Wow. No, these 5Cs from Lab have been so crucial in this matchup. Mars has been hit with literally all of them. Reversal on a reversal on a reversal. Oh! Literally what I was saying. Mars tried another DP to get out of that pressure. Gets called out by Lab there. Oof. The second hit of JB doesn't work, unfortunately, and gets enough space for Mars to dash out.
And Lab really likes to use the spacing from 5C once the opponent is in the corner.
Yes, that's an obvious advantage of Gordo's in that
Yeah.
specific matchup. But Mars...
Oh no! First the
so
Veil of
scary.
miss, then the IW miss, and then Lab
All you
punishes
needed to
it.
do is to press ABC and ABC, Mars. A bit too stressed. Couldn't get that done, unfortunately. Mars loses to himself rather than to the opponents. And Lab gets into the winner semis, right?
Yeah. I also have to do callouts for round 3 and loser's side. Give me a second. So, we are moving on to winners round 3 on stream. Hirashino against Nizzy, then Doruk against Lab, and then we'll stream losers side top 8. Which means Rina against Reddraegon and then JebacSlaga against whoever wins between Mars and Gefti. I just have to hurry and hope that Rina and Reddraegon haven't started their match yet. Give me a moment.
Yes, of course. I think they're aware of the fact that they're in the top 8, so... Yeah, I don't know. That might still not be the case, so let us be reassured.
That's what I expected. Unfortunately, Rina and Reddraegon have already started their match.
We forgot that at ATA every top 8 match is getting streamed.
Okay, callout's done. We are waiting now for Hirashino and Nizzy to join the room.
Yeah.
And Hirashino, of course, is the favorite to win the tournament. Has
Yeah,
been for the
obviously.
past like 6 tournaments. So, of course, will be an uphill battle for Nizzy. Let's see if Nizzy can take some rounds off of Hirashino.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't even get a single hit off of Hirashino, the way he's snowballing every round into a dominant win. But who knows? Maybe the tier list gap is wide enough so that Nizzy can guess right enough times, I guess. I really have not much expectations of this set because Hirashino just knows every single way to win the interaction on round start. Strike throw into a just a bit minus on block. J236, A, right, yeah. Gets another setup, and that's a strike throw mix-up for the ages. Oh my god, I love Izumi so much. Yeah. That's a perfect for the first round out of Hirashino. Doesn't have meter, but doesn't need it. Oh, that was kind of tough from Nizzy doing the 4-1A to roll through the bubble. But it obviously doesn't matter for Hira. He just keeps on killing. Last hit to get that first game, and Hira just presses 5A and counter hits Nizzy to get it. Very simple, very straightforward. Hira doesn't need anything fancy to get those, unfortunately. Nizzy gets hit by the increased 1-4B. Oof. Nizzy has a lot of interesting ideas in these interactions so far, getting a grid break, a throw bait, and getting...
The grid break 4 was interesting. It looked like Nizzy staggered with the movement a little to bait Hirashino into shielding. Also does still have the life lead here, 200 EX, but Hirashino does have the cycle on wake up with Izumi. Will be tough to get out of this OP loop. He blocks the overheads, except for one, but whatever, too late. Another overhead.
That's how it goes. It doesn't matter how successful you are in the beginning of the round, in the middle of the screen. The moment you get it in the corner, you are fighting for your life against Hirashino. He's just that guy. You cannot think he would be losing until he actually does. At least in most of the matchups. Very few people have been able to contest his reign.
Oh, nice grid break, overhead counter, but no combo from it. Hirashino just blocks all the lows. Finds a hit to get out of the corner. Side switching with the cycle in the end, and OP. This is not looking good for Nizzy. Oh, never mind, jumps out. Gets the combo off of the dive kick. Probably, no, does not end with meter.
Great usage of the chain shift into an EX reversal from Nizzy, and that's a one-hit situation. 660 counter hits Izumi's 5A. Wow, that's an interesting interaction. And that's a round for Nizzy. Wow, great job. Actually outplaying Hirashino for one round is already a big achievement for most of the region. But Hirashino does not let that sway him a little, even a little. Gets the entire conversion into an IW. I guess that perfect for the last round that he needed. No contester here, honestly. Nizzy getting a single round is already way more than I personally expected. No flame to Nizzy, but Hira is just that guy. I cannot I cannot stop saying that. It literally is, man.
Alright, we now
and now we have right, Doruk against yeah. That one's very interesting. I'm feeling like Doruk right now is in a better form, but ultimately I feel like Lab is the better player. I'm curious who would come out on top in this specific matchup. Lab is already eager to fight. Doruk doesn't mind. We are starting right away.
ここは成功を収穫いたしましょう
6 to 3B on the round start. Lab very likes her advantage in the neutral lane. Even more grabs, even more command grabs. A bit of frame traps to get the last hit. Does Lab want to? No, Lab is greedy, but that doesn't matter. Another command grab chain shift is just enough to get that almost perfect first round. Doruk taking his sweet time to adapt to the opponent. Gets his first meaningful hit, but doesn't convert it into a full combo, unfortunately. Lab gets that overhead off, and Doruk wants to get out, but gets baited into an EX reversal.
And this should be Lab's round with chain shift and full resources. Huge life lead.
Yeah, that's a simple conversion into an IW to get Lab that very nice first match win.
Okay, I wouldn't count Doruk out just yet.
Yeah, obviously he's the type of player that exceeds at adapting to the opponent's habits and getting much scarier in the later games. So it's obvious that Doruk is no slouch and a second seed for a reason. Failed green shield doesn't let him steal the turn, but Lab again provides the opponent with a turn of their own. Finally gets a nice hit with a 2AA. Waits a bit too much on the reaction from Lab. Doruk gets hit with a 2A counter hit, unfortunately. But Lab is mixing up literally everything in the kit. Restand command grab to keep up the pressure. Grim Reaper into the 214C to keep the plus frames there. And unfortunate frame traps eat the last of Doruk's HP. Putting Lab at a match point, fortunately for Doruk. Not enough frame advantage for Lab to contest with an EX Mortal Glide. And that's the first time Doruk had an opportunity to put the opponents in the corner. He gets finally a couple of hits that obviously can lead into a dominant situation for Kaguya in the matchup.
Doruk is working on a perfect right now and gets it.
A bit of a setup with a delayed JA overhead on wake up. That's a very nice setup for Doruk. I have not seen this in a while.
Lab started with round start Grim Reaper. I think it was even EX Grim Reaper. A long block string, but Doruk just blocks it all. Slowly got pushed to the corner though, and we have a mix-up and another one. All is not looking good for Doruk. Lab has chain shift, spends it, veil off.
Is that enough? After a first EX special?
Oh, does it
no,
kill?
it is not.
We have a slight chance to make a comeback here.
Oof. Nice. Great usage of Rekka. switches sides. Nobody has meter, so even if oh my god, even if Lab had a CS, she could not EX reversal out of the pressure, but just presses to A because it knows that Doruk is too scared. Wow, Lab was so confident throughout the entire match and just kept. Lab did not pull any punches right here. That was a very nice play from Lab right there. Doruk didn't have enough space to try to figure out how to play the neutral and lost a lot of those interactions. And just didn't have enough space to try to come back in the match. Unfortunately, Doruk gets into the lower brackets while Lab is in the winners final, going to play against Hira after our 4 matches in the lower brackets, the top 8 matches and top 6 matches respectively. We already see JebacSlaga in the lobby, who's gonna play against Mars because Rina and Reddraegon already played their match on their own, because of course they were too eager to play it, unfortunately, for the stream. But fortunately for Rina, as she gets that win 2-1 over Reddraegon. She will be playing against Doruk in the top 6 match a bit later. I mean, a bit later, right after the match that will happen right now. JebacSlaga against Mars. That's an interesting one. I haven't seen Mars have a great performance against neutral dominant characters specifically, but who knows, maybe his Thrust, Divine Thrust, yeah, right, I forgot the name, will have a lot of will provide him a lot of opportunities to convert a stray Divine Thrust hit into a full conversion, into a great damage that Audio provides at every single interaction, honestly.
And there is also the Thanatos summon, that's kind of an option against Batista zoning. Just to force her to do something else sometimes. But of course
it's a bit
kind of
harder
slow,
to use it when the opponent has a beam, like in the matchups with Kaguya, with Kuon. It's a bit of a scary option to go for because the startup is crazy, even if it's not punishable, quote unquote. I mean, not punishable regarding how the Thanatos comes up and whether it hits the opponent or not. But to counter hit full screen right before that happens, absolutely possible for characters like Batista. And JebacSlaga uses the opportunity of the fireball coming right up, the opportunity to make Mars think about the opportunity to Mars think about the fireball itself, gets that overhead into grid break, and the Mars unfortunately runs out of time with a
with the Veil-Off, you mean?
Yes, with a Veil-Off, I forgot the name. Gets 3D because of that, but doesn't matter as he gets that last throw bait out of JebacSlaga to get the first round. A very close first round, fortunately, for us, because that looks like a match that will go for long enough, and we will have no answer for the winner of the match.
Just a throw spam here from JebacSlaga. But if the opponent never
Yeah.
mashes... Ah, okay, finally attacked.
Yeah, that's what you do. When the opponent doesn't want to match, you keep grabbing. And then at some point when the opponent wants to deal with the throws, you just strike. That's how strike throw works in UNI2, and it works a lot when you can figure out in time what your opponent likes doing. But Mars is so active and neutral, even if the disco ball is right on top of him, he just gets in and gets those 6-6-Cs that he loves so much into round wins. Great performance from Mars in this matchup. I had a bit of
Worry.
not worry, but a bit of doubts, because Mars doesn't like a lot of contests when he doesn't have resources enough to back him up. A lot of times he is way more consistent with his aggression when he can get this Divine Trust EX cancel into a 2-1-4C, which is just a bit loss and block. Same with FF and jump ins. I feel like Mars puts a little
Oh no.
too much emphasis on
Divine
his
Thrust right into the disco ball.
yes. See, he didn't really care about the disco ball because he had meter, and he was ready to press that 1-4C to stay plus, but he just wasn't fast enough to counterplay. While JebacSlaga was cautious enough to block it and get that turn back. Finally, JebacSlaga with a win of his own. And
Oh, gets knocked out of the air by Thanatos. Stuck in the corner now. Okay, Protec. Oh, gets on the other side.
Ori's DP is so scary, it doesn't hit a lot, it doesn't have a big hitbox, so I was scared that it's literally just wouldn't hit Batista at that point. But lucky for Mars, he gets it, and also gets that health advantage right now. CSDP gets him meter, but he takes a bit too much to dash up and keep the pressure up, so he gets smashed on by JebacSlaga.
Oh, this should be a win.
Reacts to the assault by shielding, but forgets to stand up, unfortunately, and JebacSlaga gets that grid break into IWEX into the second match win. Wow.
Oh,
Great job from JebacSlaga. Confirms a very random hit into the win, which is a great, like, honestly, a very nice feature for an under 9 player, because a lot of scrambles happen all the time, and when you get your maximum input on every single one of those scramble wins, you get so much out of all of them. Good CSTP out of Mars, and he gets an early lead in the last match. Uses his meter and an overhead. Yeah, that's how he wins. That's what Mars experience is. A bit too greedy to spend more meter on all of those, but that still works out, and we see exactly why he wanted that meter at the beginning of the second round. A bit more strike throw from JebacSlaga. Frame traps from Mars, and the CSDP to keep JebacSlaga in the corner.
JebacSlaga very scared to use Batista lasers and stuff. Always worried about the Divine Thrust, I suppose.
Yeah, Divine Trust makes you keep walking around and doesn't let you charge anything off, honestly. And Mars shows us exactly why JebacSlaga couldn't do anything. Unfortunately for JebacSlaga, but absolutely good job. Great play for Mars right in here. Wins the match 2-1 and gets into top 4, right?
No, it's 5th. Mars will have to play for 5th, and then top 4 is the...
oh yeah, that's one of the top 8 matches. I forgot, because Rina and Reddraegon already played there. I forgot that we have, like, this still is the top 8 match.
Yeah, it's
so
not
he gets into
6.
top 6 right now,
yeah.
As unfortunately JebacSlaga loses in 7th place. But that was a great performance from him still. We would love to see you next time. That was a nice performance. Now we have Rina against Doruk, right?
Yes. Then after that, Mars against Nizzy, and then winners final.
Yeah, sounds very nice. Both of these matchups are kind of interesting. Sneak complained a lot about the Kun matchup. We'll see if Doruk shares his sentiment, and will struggle with it just as much as Sneak does usually. But I don't know, honestly. I think the matchups aren't as big of a deal in Under Night 2 specifically, because all the characters are like kind of a lot of issues that current OG players have is that characters in UNI2 have no issues and no specifics about their weaknesses. The tier list are mostly about how some characters this option is worse than this character's other option, and that's how it basically is at the moment. But specifically in this case, where half of Kaguya's neutral game plan can be smoked out by the needle that Kun just throws around and isn't really interactive on. Rina wanted to get out of there, and Doruk could only allow that to happen in the case of him winning. Doruk being very cautious on the approach and throws out 50,
Rina
60.
just really likes being able to float above the opponent's head. You already saw it in the other matchup against who was the Phonon player? Nizzy?
Nizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rina loves her. Ability to just float in the air and not being able to get hit. That's one of the gripes of Sneaks for this matchup specifically, because Kaguya has very little ability on doing literally anything in that situation, so you can just watch Kun do whatever he wants on the top of the screen, and Doruk cannot do much about it. But when the Kun is in the corner, Doruk can do all he wants and punishes another flash kick to get that first round. Very convincing. Not much dominance, but as good as the matchup can probably go for him. Rina a bit too eager to get that flash kick off, but Doruk has been able to counter every single one of them so far.
By the way, we have a sneak in Twitch chat. Commentating
Yeah, sneak happen,
his
of
gripe
course.
with Kuon is mainly the wheel, not the float. Yeah, Rina's playstyle is more the teleporting and floating. Doruk
The
is
fact that-
spamming the overhead. So Rina finally escapes.
It's not the overhead, it's just a...
Right, I forgot. It always looks like an
yeah,
overhead,
just a
but-
low Russian move.
Yeah.
It has a RPS of its own.
Rina just stays up there, Doruk can't reach. But eventually... Okay.
Yeah, but the moment Rina descends, Doruk just hits her.
Again. Surely Kuon has another option besides DP to beat that.
What a match, what a match.
Oh, what the hell.
The full screen IW. Unfortunately, the Doruk is cautious enough to keep dash blocking at the beginning of the round. That would actually hit me low key. Okay, okay. Finally, Rina decides to not sit on one place, but
Okay, Rina is getting a little bit predictable with the float into teleport.
yeah. If Rina is not sitting, she's obviously floating. And when that happens, that's an easy pickup for Doruk.
Yeah, this should kill two
The full
200
confirm.
PX.
Obviously allowed him to get that last hit and get that top 4 spot, right?
Yes.
2-0 for Doruk. Unfortunate for Reno, but who cares? You had a lot of fun. I know that.
Okay,
Maybe
next
at some point Rina will be able to show us some elite Kuon gameplay. But for now, it's all about having that fun. Rina doesn't care about it, but that's it. For her, the tournament is over, and we will have a different pair of interesting players play right now. Nizzy against Mars.
Rina is still in the room. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter until we have 2 players ready for the match. It doesn't matter who is in the lobby. But yeah, this bracket has been very nice. The matches have been very competitive so far. Most of them, at least. Doruk lost to Lab 2-0 because Lab just ran over Doruk. Doruk didn't have enough time, didn't have enough health to adapt. Lab didn't give him enough time, honestly.
The Gordo 5C gaming was too strong.
Gordo 5C, Gordo, Grimuripa, all of those threw a couple of wrenches in the works for Doruk, and he just couldn't, didn't have enough space to get back into the match. Unfortunately for him. But he's already in the top 4, and he's on the way to getting back into that rematch with Lab. But for now, we need to see who will fight him in that top 4. Nizzy against Mars. Nizzy gets that full screen increase gunshot conversion. Puts Mars in the corner, but Mars gets a hit of his own. Plus frames off of the Thanatos special. The what is it? Is it the C follow-up of Thanatos? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, the 3 Cs, the conversions from Nizzy have been pretty nice. Mars unfortunately doesn't think it's enough. And I have to agree, there are a bit too many situations where Nizzy wants to do something and Mars just doesn't care. Mars gets a hit and that leads into a great deal of damage. That's what got him that first round, and Nizzy trying to open up Mars. The throw is broken, but the another throw gets baited, and that's a nice damage off of that assault J63A. Another throw bait from Mars. This time he wants that IW. Man. Mars forgot how to press half circles. That's amazing. Ooh. Yeah, not enough frames on the gap. Nizzy could not mash there. Unfortunately, you had to wait for him to press that follow-up and to press that Divine Trust, because of course he would do that after a plus on block, a follow-up over the Thanatos. Mars gets the win off of a frame trap.
Yeah, Mars
And keeps winning neutral for
right
no reason.
We're having some footsies gaming right now. It's mostly just... It's mostly Mars who does the attacking. No. Oh. Exchanging turns. Ah, gets caught by the whip, but no combo from that.
I don't think it's the attacking that he does, is that the Nizzy gets opened up a bit easier than Mars. Mars has had a couple of nice moments where he just kept blocking and not getting hit by anything that Nizzy threw at him, so that's more of a defense W for Mars in the first game, and so far he's been pretty solid already in the second. But those 6-6Cs, Nizzy just isn't ready for them. Overhead. Doesn't give the follow-up.
Oh, yeah, the edge hit
Instant
from
J.
Thanatos, I think.
Instant JA into a delay A Thanatos. That's so weird. That's
Oh, blocks the MP. And
Yeah.
and doesn't finish the combo, but gets a reset. And it's a red combo. Okay, to the other side,
Too
but
many.
he still gets hit.
too much block stun. Unfortunately, Nizzy doesn't get ready to block the next overhead, and the Mars gets that win 2-0. So we'll have Doruk against the Mars in top 4 losers, but now we'll see who will get into the grand finals first. Obviously, Kira against Lab.
Hirashino could do something funny now and come out with the Gordo mirror.
Yeah, that may be the case. Or maybe he will just play a different character that he learned 2 hours ago or something. Just to have some fun in the bracket. Because he already knows how to kill Gordo, but having the experience of doing that on a different character, it's kind of fun. But Hira doesn't like that. He just wants to win.
Yeah, Hirashino
As
is not
easily as
playing
possible.
around.
Yeah. Every single gripe that Hirashino on his Gordo adventure had about the Line matchup when Nephros still played online brackets is present as much on Izumi, so I guess he just likes having this advantage at all times because it doesn't really matter for him. Every win is just a statistic for him right now, and this setup is so hard to see when done properly because sometimes it's a difference of like 1 or 2 pixels when you see the CS when he's already in the air or not. I get it mixed up sometimes as well.
A nice dodge on the force function of Hirashino, but then Lab still lost the exchange in the end. And now we're back in the corner.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get out of the corner. Oh, Veil of is good way, yeah.
You literally cannot say anything until a meaningful hit is there.
Yeah.
Because Hira just knows how to win every single one of those neutral interactions, and even if he gets called out on something, as long as it doesn't lead into a full conversion, it doesn't really matter for him. He just keeps winning.
You do feel
Just a
kind of
bit not
scammed
fast
when the
enough
Grim
on that
Reaper gets out.
Grim Reaper. Yeah, and Hirashino doesn't do the AW, but does it on block.
Lab didn't finish the combo there.
Lab does the same joke as Hira, but this time she doesn't have enough damage, doesn't have enough health to sustain the punish. Our match is first to 3, right?
Yeah, winners final is
Yeah.
first to 3. Oh,
That's how it goes.
the side
And that's a
switch
nice cross up from
mix up.
Hira. Yeah. Because Izumi is not in the air by herself. The follow-ups of the fish dash are seen as like something other than her being in the air. So the cross-up protection that usually allows you to block both ways when the opponent is on the other side doesn't apply, and that's a real cross-up that very few characters in this game have in their kits. Hirashino gets a regular conversion for him to get that not match point, get that second game on the road. 2-on-4A into 2-2C, that's an interesting conversion. I like how it goes. You literally can confirm any hit that you like into a 2-2C and it will confirm into a full combo. Just a bit of a difference on the combo operation, and that's it.
Hirashino
Lab.
just always does force function on wake up. But Lab,
Not always. He
I mean,
does
this
either
round.
force function or a backdash. That's what he does. Hirashino liked throwing out a lot of backdashes in the periods of time when he played Gordo. But Lab
oh, not,
sees
not
Hira
that yet.
coming. Yeah, unfortunately, a bit too much duration from the Green Reaper.
How do you get the final hit on Hirashino? Ah, okay, with
Ooh, the 2B was just long enough. Hirashino would kill a Lab if it wasn't there with a 2-1-4 AB BC. My bad. But wins another interaction. and gets Lab in the corner. Has CS, will probably go for the fish dash C follow up, which is an overhead and only punishable if you don't use anything, but doesn't get the opportunity. Lab gets an EX reversal with a veil off that provides her that opportunity, but Hira just
I'm pretty sure the shoulder tackle from Godot into wall bounce, that does lead into a full combo, doesn't it?
Yes, but I guess it wasn't the right way to hit it. Maybe it was a bit of a hard starter to convert into
again
a full combo.
for sanction.
I'm not sure.
From Hirashino, and gets away with it, kind of.
Yellow grab with the command throw. That's an interesting one. Hira hasn't been very keen on showing a lot of shields, so I don't think that was the right call necessarily. But the 5C is obviously the right call. Unfortunately cannot convert it into a full combo, and the EX Grim Reaper is getting blocked but not punished. But there we have run up grab is all that Lab needs to get around. Can Lab convert another one?
Oh, drops the combo.
One of the first rounds that she won into a game. Or will this be another 3-0 for Hira?
That got caught backdashing, now on the back foot continuously.
Frame trap is there and 5C combo damage. Could squeeze a bit more out of it, but it doesn't really matter as long as you have that C follow up that kills every low and is absolutely safe as long as you have a CS. Ooh, a bit too eager to kill, pressing that 2C, maybe trying to kill the backdash, but Lab with a 2A is a bit more daring there.
And the backdash catch wins the round for Hirashino. That gets a super hit on round start, but
yeah, I hoped that Lab would use the CS that she had in that interaction and use the meter to keep the turn going, but unfortunately Hira gets the 6xb call out and gets Lab in the corner in the last round of this match.
they both used
People
Veil.
have VO. Yep, that's a setup that Hira does. A lot of setups that Hira likes doing. Also have
options.
a yeah. Also have this danger protection when the opponent is trying to 3D out of them, and he can just on reaction dash right back and throw them into the corner. And yeah, Hira is not like absolutely not shaken by the tricks of Labs. Puts her in the lower bracket finals, to wait for the winner of the Mars versus Doruk match. Yeah. Mars lost to Lab the same way that Doruk lost her, but has been on a nice round so far, beating JebacSlaga very nicely, beaten Nizzy with way less resistance than I expected personally, but Doruk has been very assertive himself. That's still an interesting matchup that I'm looking for because the low tier warrior will fight the top tier scrub once again, and I don't know who will win this one. That's a coin flip for me, honestly. Sneak says that Doruk should have this, but there's no such thing as should or would or has to. That's fighting games for you. You don't own anything. You need to prove yourself.
I did put up predictions on Twitch. But time's running out. So far only one vote for Mars.
I will vote for Doruk to get that 3k if I get this win. Because I lost every single one of my votes. So I don't have any more channel points. Divine Trust in the round start from Mars. Obviously a lot of stuff that Kaguya has needs a lot of time to set up, so maybe Mars thought that Doruk was about to go for the try to set it up from the very beginning. But Doruk is very cautious of every option that Mars has. Unfortunately though, this grid break that Doruk had gave so much extra damage to Mars's combo, almost killing Doruk. And this EX to 14C baited out the DP, which put them both on such a low amount of health that another combo from Doruk would kill, but unfortunately Mars gets another overhead in and ducks the first beam of Doruk's counter hit and the potential second one. Very nice counterplay from Mars, but Doruk gets another scramble hit. Oh!
Yeah,
all of those overheads of Mars's are so crazy. What do you want to say, Siberius?
Okay, what's the mix?
Yeah.
Oh, we tech those. Again. Okay, change it into
yeah,
DP.
Mars plays way more cautiously, way more patiently when he doesn't have any meter or CS. So I can see why he looks out for those grabs, but Doruk I think needs to be more assertive with his mix. A lot of times that Mars goes for those is when he has meter, and that's a good tell for Doruk, but who knows. That doesn't kill! Oh my god! I thought Mars had this game already! Damn! Alright, alright. Doruk clutches out the round and sees Mars looking for something specific, just grabs him, puts him in the corner. Oh, waits a bit too little. Was right there to punish Mars's veil off, but doesn't really matter. He still gets another cycle, and Mars has no more options. Yeah. Mars keeps panicking when he has nothing, so Doruk just punishes him for that and gets that first game. Great job from Doruk, clutched up the second round and got that convincing third round to get that first match win. The neutral is
counter it.
very tricky. Yeah.
Combo starter gets... what, is this gonna counter carry? Yes, it will. We spend some meter for the OP. No? Ah, we get DP'd. Okay. Back to mid screen.
The Rekka
Backdash
hits,
into
and the
gunshots.
conversion is there.
Ah, doesn't finish the combo. And we're back to neutral. Doruk wins the neutral exchange, but okay, setup didn't work out. Mars has Doruk in the corner. Wow, the the neutral footsies game worked out for Doruk in this round. Is now on set point.
Yeah, Mars tried to hit, punish for the whiff of the first two hits of the Rekka, but Doruk had the meter to afford the last hit that moves him way forward and punishes Mars for the attempt.
Okay.
Gefti is getting stuffed out by the DP, and Doruk, wow, this 5C is so interesting. Doruk, the avid enjoyer of the 4C AD option select. It gets him out of that spotty situation, but unfortunately still loses the round itself. Gets the grab against Mars, and almost got the second one. That would be a very nice conversion with the bombs right on Mars' side. And
looking pretty good for Doruk. Is on set point, has full meter and the life lead. No chain shift anymore though.
Still plus, but not plus enough.
Yeah.
Mars throws out the 6-6C to counter hit the 6-6C of Doruk's.
Mars has the cycle. Any hit can convert. Ah, never mind. We just use it to not get punished.
Yeah, Doruk bets all of his chips on the Mars, attempting to approach and throws out those 6Cs very nicely. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Could Doruk win? Could Doruk
I mean, if the combo could have killed...
close
I'm
out
not
the
sure.
round if he used the IW? I think he could, but
Oh,
Mars
steals
throws out the
it.
236C. Oh my god.
1-1.
All of these matches are so close. Doruk clutched out the first game. Mars punished Doruk for being a bit too conservative on the second game. I think Doruk is in his head right now, in his own head. He needs to lock in, honestly, because he had that chance and he lost it. A lot of times I heard him being very displeased with his own play after he messes up something like that. But it doesn't matter. He needs to keep going. Good 6C into a delay throw. Gets the counter hit off of Mars. And this grab should be it. If only he used his meter. Because of course he doesn't. Instant J2C is something that Mars loves doing to counter throws, and he gets him out. It gets him out of the corner, but the pressure is still there.
Yeah, the change was very
has
good
CS.
for Mars there. Nice backdash. Ah, the throw.
Dash up throw, very nice one after the EX bombs. That gives him enough frame advantage to do whatever he wants. Mars was a bit too cautious.
Nice throw tech from Mars. Keeps Doruk in the corner, but Doruk blocks everything. Never mind, just say that he gets hit.
I think Doruk wanted to do the delay CS as he usually does, but Mars didn't care. Ooh. Another situation where Mars FFs out of the corner and stops any attempt at anti-airing with a J214C, which works wonders for him. Oh, 66C against 236A on round start. Wow.
It's the final
They
round.
both want to win the neutral so much. Everything is on the table. Ooh. What are these trades? Oh my god. Mars won every single one of those situations, and that's a fake overhead. 4C 2A made Doruk stand up and get hit by the 2A low. That Ori is kinda nice, bro. Low key. Doruk with a very unfortunate top 4 finish. Could be way higher. Could be somewhat higher. But it's still a very nice performance from Doruk. That was a pleasure to see you in the bracket. But now we'll have the top 3 match to see who gets that rematch with Hira in the grand. That's it. First to 3, and Mars is back on the red and blue Aurea that he won all these matches on, to get a rematch with Lab that he lost to back in the upper bracket. Of course, the tackle on round start gets a bit of advantage for Lab. The backdash is getting called out by the same tackle, and the cycle is on Lab's side. That's not the only advantage that Lab has at this point, as she also gets meter, which she spends on the
and now Celestial.
conversion.
I mean, is there still a chance? No.
Yeah, restands with a EX EX sim into CS. That's something that Lab does a lot to keep the pressure up. 236 BC doesn't get punished properly, but that's not that bad, because Lab still has all the advantages in the world, beats the bait, the DP, and that should if only Lab had one more meter, but it doesn't matter. A sim gets the job done when she needs it, and Lab gets the first match very convincingly. Wow. Mars already wanted to run the match back, but Lab takes her time. That's all she needs. A couple of more seconds to keep the cool head, take a few sips of some water or another drink that you'd want in a heated tournament. Nice assault JA into a CS conversion from Mars. That's one more. Oh, that's an interesting one. DP while the 2-2C is going off, not allowing any sort of EX reversal. With canceling into 2-1-4C, something Mars does whenever he just can. What? How did that trade it? How minus is Aurea on the increased B thrust? That's an interesting one. Gets another scramble in the neutral and another one. That should be enough. Please press. Yes. 3 buttons. 236B. 3 buttons. Good job, Mars. Very solid. That's all you needed.
You mean the
Mars is not getting stressed out this time. Does
frame
very
data
simple
for
things.
236B charged, right?
Yes, the increased version.
It's -6 until +6, so I guess it depends on distance.
Damn, that's insane. He had the plus on that distance. That's crazy. I guess Mars knows his frame data. Good job. Mars knows the points in the neutral where he needs to pull back to be able to whiff punish lab for the overextensions, and where he needs to be aggressive enough to stuff everything that Labs throws out at him. Wow, that's a very nice quality play from Mars to get that round. Very good job. Reacts to the overhead, not with standing up, but with a veil off, which is a real thing apparently. But
I don't know if that was a reaction. I probably wouldn't be able to react.
it's an overhead. It's half a second long. You can react to it. It's not that crazy. It's not like a 2-2B CS that keeps you standing in the block stun, so that the assault JB fuzzy overheads you. It's not nearly as scary as that setup. A lot of top corridors use to open up. Ooh, nice. What a bait from Mars. Getting the plus frames into blocking so that Lab gets punished for the EX Grim Reaper. Very nice. Mars is establishing a very nice advantage right here. Wow. Even if he doesn't have enough resources, he calls out the 6-6 DC of Labs to get that conversion, and he only needs one more hit to start leading in the set. Gets baited on his EX reversal. But Lab. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. None of it kills. None of it kills. What is happening? They're scrambling. And Lab just does the latest possible 3C active frame, hits Mars when he just stood up and ends the game. Oh my god, that was so close. 2-1 in Lab's favor. Damn. Finally beat the 2A mesh with the instant J2C, but messes up the input and accidentally gets the 6-3C instead of 2-2C. I did not think
Aurea DP would lose to that.
It happens sometimes. Aurea's DP is one of the weaker ones, so as unlucky as it is, that's a very possible, very likely situation to be in for the audio man. Finally gets that setup right and gets the overhead to get their round win. 3D on the round start deals with the 6-3 on round start situations very nicely, but that was not the case from Lab's perspective.
Last nailed doesn't reach. It's punished.
Yeah, and the whiff punish from Mars is very painful.
Okay, just press 5A. Catch the.
That's an
creeping edge.
insane one. Ore hit 5A without turning around, but Gordeau still ended up behind her. That's such an interesting interaction. Alright,
match.
and that's a 2-2 situation. Wow. They're so close. That's insane. Strike throw with a command grab. Another one. Mars is being very cautious, very patient. CS and the DP. That's what he needs. He doesn't have any X reversal right at the moment of a CS, so Lab keeps the pressure, but tries to do something, and Mars doesn't let her. Gets another overhead off of that 2-2-C setup, and has a CS while Lab has meter. Oh, that was an interesting situation.
Didn't get a hit. Lashes out with the, I think, 2A. And grab. Lab tries a reset, but it doesn't work.
And the frame trap gets the round done, gets Mars to the first match point of the set. Command throw, overhead, not getting hit by it. Very nice from Lab. Gets her to win the cycle, which is very crucial for Gordeau in the corner, because that 2C is getting stuffed by an EX command grab. That's all that Lab needs. Unfortunately cannot do the same thing when the Ori is in the air, so that's unfortunate for Lab. Mars getting a scramble hit into a steer ender, which allows him to retain the cycle advantage. That gets him the Warble. Literally nothing because everybody's scared, but Lab has no resources and Mars punishes her the moment she overextends. Mars, very nice comeback, very nice play so far. Good quality counterplay of many of Lab's options, and the Mars gets in the grand finals from loser's side. That's a bit of a Cinderella run because Mars hasn't had a lot of nice a lot of nice results lately, but beaten Nizzy, Doruk, and Lab back to back to back is a very solid achievement. Hira does exactly what I wanted him to do in the winners finals, but he does it in the grands. Bro pulled up with Carmine, bro. Shaking my head, shaking my head.
Mars hasn't readied up yet. Probably needs a short break, I suppose. Let's check.
Yeah, that was a stressful set with the lab. So I guess he needed a minute to cool down. And this Hirashino champion is a bit intimidating by himself as well, so he needed a bit more to prepare himself. Hira already winning the first neutral interactions and getting a nice hit with a 5 BB. Gets his first crystal setup of the set.
Yeah, this round will be hard for Mars to come back
probably
from.
3D. Yeah, I think at this point there's more sense in looking for the second round already.
Yeah. No use spending any meter.
What is that? What was that? He pressed Macarena and EX cancelled it into 63C. That's kind of smart because without Macarena you don't have the puddle. And with the puddle you were safe on block with a Carmine 623C.
Oh, I really respect the attempt from Mars. That
That's
did look like Hirashino would
insane.
press. But, Okay, next match. The first one did look
Yeah.
very much in Hirashino's favor. Gets the overhead.
Yeah.
Wanna carry, DP. Change used. Backdash to escape Oria JA. Or actually, I think it was Oria JC. But whatever.
Yeah, doesn't really matter. Because Hirashino just keeps winning.
Prison
Yeah, he
setup.
wasn't ready to punish Oria's DP with a bomb.
We get out of
Because
the corner.
as much as he is a good player, he's not the greatest Carmine player. If he could, if he did it, I would be very impressed with Hira's knowledge of the character. To wait for Mars to fall back down and get punished by the bomb. That could be an actual full combo punish, even if he got hit with a DP. But Mars finally gets a round of his own.
Yeah, Mars went
And almost
under Hirashino's air button with the 6-6C and was then still able to punish.
walks back and whiff punishes the 5C whiff of Mars's. Macarena's the bomb right under Oria's feet.
6-6C catching out Hirashino's backdash, but then it's grabbed. 6-6, no, that's not 6-6C, that's EX, but whatever. Okay, Hirashino gets open up, this should kill, and Mars takes a match.
Yeah, nice scramble play with the Mars's 2B. Very nice conversion. And he gets that first game
Hirashino
against
stays on Carmine.
of Hirashino's. Nice delay on the descent. Gets him to win that interaction. Hira isn't ready to stuff the Divine Thrust of Mars's and gets hit for another couple of thousands of damage. Mars misses out the Ender and pays for it ideally.
I'd
But from
say
here he
this
should
round
be
is
able to
still
close it
looking
out.
like a win for Mars. Just needs to get one hit. Yeah, there it is.
That's enough. That is just enough. Good job, Mars. Got the EX reversal. Run up 5A is so scary when this Hirashino doing it. Of course you would try to shield, try to get him out of your face. He just grabs you. It doesn't really matter what you're trying to do. He goes for overhead and it just works because it's Hirashino that is in front of Mars. Does another 2-2C and baits out the VO. Oh my god. What is he doing?
Aim.
Very nice whiff punish with a shield into CS from Mars. Try to throw bait with a 2-2C.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the jump
Mars
kills
messes up a bit
there.
of his tech in the air. Which would be nice to see him get away from Hirashino, but unlucky. Converts it to a full combo and the bomb setup. Take throw, gets the counter hit throw once again. Ooh! Was that TK 214A? That would be crazy. I want to rewatch that replay. I'm so curious to see whether it is the case or not.
I don't know either, unfortunately.
I mean, after a CS, that sounds like a doable thing. A lot of good EU Aureus do this kind of throw bait. TryToComplete uses it the most frequently. I saw sometimes Jaka doing it, which is interesting because by his own words, he says he's rusty, but it's demanding technical skill to get the TK into an FF conversion. Still, it still doesn't matter really when it didn't even work because Hirashino is just stronger. He is still up even after Mars tries his best. Even on the character that we saw Hirashino play like once in the past half a year. Hirashino is just so good. Ooh, 6-6C with punish, with cancel into 2-3-6C, and the throw bait with an instant J2C gets him into a nice position, but Hirashino mashes out at the right moment. EXDP finally gets Hirashino from the air. I was very scared because the regular DP would not get Hira there. I'm probably lying, but I was just so scared still.
Back to neutral. Both kind of dancing around each other, but nobody hits. Okay, change shift.
Yeah.
Counter it.
I saw Mars jump back and do JA into FF, which I think that was his attempt at doing the same thing that I was talking about just now. But he just failed the quarter circle input into the jump. Yeah, he's trying to do it more frequently because it's a...
Oh, what?
What was that? What was that
did get hit by the
interaction?
Thanatos, but the prison caught Ori out of the air.
Hirashino, the ambassador of bullshit. Oh my god. If there's a way for him to win the tournament, I am the least. I'm expecting this exact way for him to do it the least, man. Oh my god, what was Hirashino doing, bro? He was just doing random stuff at this point. Oh, well, okay. Hey, Mars got a game off of Hira.
He did. Alright, let me compare the results real quick. Previous winner, of course,
Yeah.
Hirashino. And the win streak
Of course.
continues.
Of course he wins once again. Well, it wasn't really a contest, really. As I said from the very beginning, it was more of a fight to see who gets second place, which I really didn't expect Mars to get, but that's the good part of it. We got to see Mars Lab, Doruk, Nina, and I don't want to say. I don't. No, wait. I didn't want to say Rina because Rina is just having fun, but Nizzy tried their best, and JebacSlaga was a very big scare for Mars for the majority of the set, which the bracket was kind of small, but it was so competitive. It's so nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, starting shared 7th, of course, JebacSlaga was on Batista. Reddraegon played...
Linny.
Ah, Linne, right. I think we only had one set from Reddraegon on stream. That was...
Yeah, we had the set with Gefti, which was pretty good. Both the players showed their good sides. Very nice
yeah, we would have also had
adaptation
Rina
from
against
Reddraegon. Gefti showed a lot of promise with already the good understanding of how the game works for his amount of experience, but Reddraegon just got that download, and his last game of that set was very dominant, which is a very nice showing of his skill. Unfortunately, we didn't see him play Rina, and that set was also a 3-game set.
Yeah,
which makes me think that Reddraegon also was very competitive with Rina and struggled more with Kulon rather than the gap in the skill level between the players. But yeah, unfortunately, Reddraegon loses in
hard
the
to say if we haven't
8.
seen the match. But anyway,
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I would love to see that match.
let's move on to 5th place.
Yep.
Nizzy and Rina. Rina memeing around a little bit with Kuon. And
Well.
Nizzy did pick Phonon and then later switched back to Eltnum.
Yeah, I
Phonon
guess,
match against Rina worked very well. But against Hirashino
The
it wasn't enough.
FF anti-air, bro. The FF anti-air. It works so well. I love to see Nizzy just throwing out that FF while Rina is floating at the top of the screen. Then Rina just teleport and gets hit by that FF. This is so cinema. I loved it.
Yeah, then 4th place. Or did you want to say anything on Rina and Nizzy?
Rina is having fun. I'm happy for her. I would love to see her improve on Kun to the point where we're trying to win as well, but it doesn't matter, right?
Alright, then 4th place, Doruk. With
Doruk,
Gabriel.
yes. that was a nice performance from Doruk. I saw a lot of good things that he provides in his game plan, which is good patience, which is the ability to see what the opponent's habits are and to actively punish them, which came in clutch in Rina, in the set against Rina, and against Mars as well. Unfortunately, he had too much trouble just staying alive in the lab set, and got a bit unfortunate. Could close out the set against Mars, got a bit too conservative and lost the game to himself, honestly. But yeah, that's what experience is for. Doruk is one of the newer players that are to be taken note of. So with experience, I hope that all of those situations where you just cannot close out the round, where you have all the options to, won't give Doruk as much trouble as it did today.
Yeah, I mean, last Awakening the Abyss, 50-second clause, there Doruk made 3rd place and beat Sneak and Dark Matter. So
yeah, that was a nice run. He only lost to
Ryan in losers final.
twice, right?
He lost to Ryan in winners round 2 and then in losers final, yes.
Yes. Yeah. He got 3rd place only after Hirashino and Ryan, which is insane. That's like, so far we've seen Doruk have some very nice form in the past couple of weeks. The Hard Edge Monthly was a great run for him, and here it's not the worst. Of course, losing to Mars is unfortunate because he had the options to close out the game, but that's still a great performance from Doruk. I loved seeing his play.
Then 3rd place, Lab.
Yeah.
Lab scored
Lab,
I think improved since the last time Lab played, but I mean it's natural. In I mean at least played in Awakening the Abyss. Lab has been active in other tournaments for Under Night 2. But last time Lab played in Awakening the Abyss was 94th. Was 4 months ago. So of course Lab improved with Godot, I would say, in that time. And of course,
yeah, and as a player in general, Lab improved a lot as well. I like seeing how she plays, and I hope that she keeps improving, because to beat Mars and Doruk in this tournament is very nice, because both of them got at least top 4, at most top 2. Yeah, the set with Mars in the losers in the lower bracket finals was a bit unfortunate. Lab got figured out and punished a whole lot more than in the earlier games of this set specifically. But Lab is still a very formidable new gen Gordo main, which gives me a lot of confidence that the newbies are no slouches. I love seeing all of them, and Lab is one of my favorites already.
Right, moving on to 2nd place Mars.
Yep.
Mars was sent down to losers by Lab in winners round 2 and then defeated Lab in losers final to make it back into grands.
Yeah,
of course, Hirashino, tough to overcome, did win 1 round of Hirashino in grand finals, although it was Carmine, not Izumi. Still, Lab also had a great run, but Mars had a great run too.
Yeah, the fact that Mars got sent down to losers earlier than most, and then proceeded to get 5 wins in a row to get into Grands. Like, he went from the very beginning of the losers bracket to the very end and got every single win along the way, which is very nice, which is a great show of resilience that I haven't seen from Mars specifically. I loved seeing that he didn't get more predictable as the set went on. I feel that's a nice next step for Mars's improvement plan, I would say that, because he was always a great player, but the way his habits played against him was a big struggle. Gave him a lot of issues in the long run when he played other online tournaments. I was hoping Mars to get at least in the grand finals of Hessen Crash a month or two ago, but he got smoked out by Millie, if I'm correct. If I remember correctly,
I don't remember the
I'm
bracket.
not sure. He lost to one of the grand finalists and then proceeded to lose right away into losers, which is extremely unfortunate. I would love to see him play in the end of that tournament. Yeah. Well, anyways, Mars had a great run. Improvement on the mental side, which is always welcome, and I hope to see him get more results in the future with this newfound resilience that he has gotten today, apparently.
Alright, and then first place, Hirashino again.
Yes,
Now the 7th win in a row.
Hirashino is
I could
uncontested. Hirashino is undeniable. You could not stop him for a second. This guy is on another level. Fortunately, there has never been a single question who would win this bracket. Hirashino is just there, and he just wins.
Yeah, this time I have the option for the next tournament to put Carmine on the screen instead of Izumi. But other than that, yeah, it was kind of the expected result. Hirashino continues the win streak. Who will end his reign? Maybe Clobbering Rush. Clobbering Rush is back next week, I think. And then available again for the next tournament, as far as I know. Speaking of the next tournament and the schedule, next week on Sunday is Melty-Blood, and then we're back with more Under Night on the weekend of the 22nd or 23rd. I'm not 100% sure yet on which of the 2 days, but it should be the Saturday as usual for Under Night. Besides that, nothing particularly special from me this weekend or so. Offline tournaments, there's also just Ultimate Fighting Arena in September, so that's still far away. So we're just continuing our usual bi-weekly schedule.
Yeah, and also if I remember correctly, there's one of the offline brackets that our Portuguese homies have organized at the skill issue. If that wasn't there yet, hold on, let me look out the Star GG. Yeah, Super Skill issue 2 will be in the beginning of September, which is
Yeah, that's still time.
is it a bit earlier than UFA?
UFA is on the 2nd week of September, so I guess the
Yeah,
tournament
just
you
a
were
week
referring
prior.
to then happens in the 1st week.
Yeah, so we'll have a couple of tournaments in EU back to back.
But we still have another Under Night tournament in 2 weeks before then, and we'll see how the schedule continues after that. So, that's it from me for today. Congratulations to Hirashino for his 7th win in a row, and of course, congratulations to all the other players who made top 8, and of course, thank you to everyone else who joined the bracket today. Also, thank you to Broken for helping out with commentary again. And we'll go raid someone now.